It's crazy to me how far the gaming industry continues evolving itself when it comes to these new AAA releases. We'd expect that as time progresses with new technologies and new advancements, that things would get better when it comes to the gaming experience for gamers. But that is just not the case, especially with Star Wars Outlaws, with it being ridiculed for its terrible AI, not so good graphics, the terrible combat that doesn't seem up to par. I don't understand how Rockstar Games were able to nail down the AI like 20 plus years ago with their first GTA release. I don't understand how these studios haven't learned from that. But recently, we also saw that Ubisoft essentially paid for reviews by having influencers fly out to Disneyland in order to promote Star Wars Outlaws. And before we get into this new article showcasing new clips on the terrible AI that this game is going to have, I ask you please to subscribe, like, or dislike. I don't care. It's engagement at the end of the day, and it helps. Thank you very much. More Star Wars Outlaw clips mocked for terrible AI, bad combat, horrible physics, and ridiculous strong female protagonist moments. And this is something that the Star Wars franchise within recent years of the Disney acquisition has been trying to push when it comes to the Force is female and all this female empowerment narratives that are being pushed down people's throats. And we're continuing to see that within this new game. More Star Wars Outlaw clips have made their way online, and they're being mocked for featuring strong female protagonist moments, terrible AI, and simply bad physics. Former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, aka Grums, shared a couple of clips featured in a recent YouTube video by Fleekzoid, in one Grums mocks the immersive takedown that is depicted when the game's protagonist K-Vest grabs a stormtrooper's helmet, slightly spins him, and then slams him into the ground headfirst, knocking him unconscious. Grums posted, "I love how he doesn't even rear his head back to resist, and his legs go limp and spaghetti to enable his fall." Of note, the stormtrooper also immediately drops his weapon after K grabs him. And let's see this little 3-second clip. And is it just me, or there's like absolutely no weight to this takedown? Like, what is that with the animations? There's no weight. There's no grit to it. It just doesn't seem like that would actually happen. As we continue on, this dropping of the weapon was brought up in another clip, also showcased in Fleekazoid's video. Grums posted, "We are so close to sending the first salvo against Ubisoft's DEI-infected tripe. Do not buy this game. It's up to you. Gamers have a voice." He added in a follow-up that gun drops with as much gravity and excitement as the entire game. Could it be any more floaty? And here is this clip. And as you can see, all it takes is just one simple touch. One simple touch to change a person's mind about guns and the gun violence that it causes. Saying no to it. Just like a little button. You just press it and boom, the gun drops. Oh my gosh. Ex-user Manga Lawyer, who has been sharing numerous clips and pointing out how bad they're also shared one of Stormtroopers walking up point blank to K-Vest before noticing her and pulling his gun. He mocked, "Immerse yourself in the most empowered female character in the Star Wars universe." Journalists compared it to Red Dead Redemption 2 in space. Here are some incredible triple 4A level AI reactions. And here's this clip. And you can just see how close the main character is to the stormtroopers, that they have to get right up in their face just to recognize her. Like, what the hell is going on? Oh my gosh. What? Let's see that one more time. The AI, the coding of the AI is just absolutely abysmal. I don't get this. And then yet they're implementing a system that is like GTA with like the star system. That as you get higher and higher level ranking opponents will be going after you, such as Death Troopers. I have no clue how that is going to work out, but I have a feeling it's going to be like Cyberpunk 2077. It's going to be something like that they're probably going to have to take a while in order to get the game up to par and actually playable for the gamers to enjoy, because this is just not it. As we continue on, these clips are not alone and follow in the wake of others. Manga Lawyer previously shared a clip that shows at least one NPC turning its back on K-Vest and running in a circle instead of just shooting and killing her. Another runs into the player character instead of shooting her. When it does decide to shoot it, misses her despite her standing just 2 feet away. And everyone has seen this clip. I'm just going to play it to you. And the thing I don't understand is how this person is having epilepsy. You get shot unless those those bolts, whatever you want to call them, or some sort of like shockers that causes the character to have like a seizure type of moment. But even then, just looking at all the other AI, they all have this stormtrooper aim, and it's just absolutely abysmal to see that they're all missing their shots when it comes to shooting at the main character that you're playing as. A clip shared by X user Jawa Juice underscore shows a squad of stormtroopers firing into the side of a building while Vest does a roll 90 degrees from the direction they are facing and allegedly attempting to shoot her. It appears the stormtroopers knocked Vest off her bike, or she jumped off her bike, and the stormtroopers are still firing at the location where they originally picked up on Vest rather than adapting to where she actually is in game. And as you can see, they're just standing absolutely still. Oh my goodness. And this is the state of the modern gaming era, where we continue to receive products that are just absolutely broken until they're fixable. But by the time that happens, it's already too late. You've already tainted the player base and they don't want to touch it. But on top of that, you're also now having companies paying influencers and reviewers to give them good reviews. So you're not even sure what is true and what's not. And that is what's all screwed up about this, because you're having people saying that this game is the best thing to ever happen when it comes to the Star Wars gaming franchise, and then you're having people on the opposite side making fun of it. And at the end of the day, this is what happens when products are continuously rushed in order to get pushed out there, in order to bring in money to these studios, because at the end of the day, many of these studios are just profit hungry. That is what has happened to corporations these days. They don't care about the dedication, the love, sweat, and tears that goes into a product. They care about how much money they can make. And because of that, we're continuing to see this kind of crap happen. And with all of that in mind, don't forget to leave your thoughts below in the comments, subscribe, share, like the video. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.